Tick-Tock, the timeless tale of Big Ben, a historical dive, brought to you by Untold Facts from Murali Edutech. Big Ben, which is officially referred to as the Elizabeth Tower, stands as a significant landmark in London, representing both parliamentary democracy and British heritage, and the story behind its construction and naming is filled with intricate details. Today, Big Ben is more than merely a clock tower. It is a cultural symbol that has endured through the ages. The clock tower was constructed during the restoration of the Palace of Westminster following a catastrophic fire in 1834. Charles Barry, the principal architect of the Neo-Gothic palace, worked in partnership with Augustus Pugin, the designer of the clock tower. Construction began in 1843 and was completed in 1859. The clock mechanism was designed by Edmund Beckett Denison in collaboration with Sir George Airy, the Astronomer Royal. The clock was constructed over a span of 13 years and was finished in 1859. It has operated without interruption since that time, with the exception of a few months in 1976 when it malfunctioned and required repairs. Big Ben is among the most recognized landmarks in England. There are those who think it was named after Sir Benjamin Hall. The Great Bell, currently referred to as Big Ben, was originally cast in Stockton-on-Tees. However, it developed a crack during the testing phase. Subsequently, a second bell was produced by the Whitechapel Bell Foundry and was installed in 1858. The structure is intricately adorned with stone carvings and showcases symbols associated with the four nations of the United Kingdom, as well as the Anglo-Welsh Tudor dynasty. The tower reaches a height of 96 meters, and there are 334 steps to ascend from the ground level to the belfry. Its base is square, with each side measuring 12 meters. The clock dials have a diameter of 6.9 meters. The clock tower has been recognized as a Grade 1 listed building since 1970 and has held the status of a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1987. In 1873, a new feature was introduced by Acton Smear, who was the first commissioner of works in public buildings at the time. The Ayrton light is a lantern positioned above the belfry, illuminated whenever the House of Commons is in session after dark. It is visible from various locations across London. Initially, it was directed towards Buckingham Palace, allowing Queen Victoria to glance out of her window and observe when the Commons were in session. Within the tower lies a prison room adorned with oak panels, accessible solely from the House of Commons and not through the tower's entrance. Its most recent use was in 1880 when the atheist Charles Bradlaugh, who had just been elected as the Member of Parliament for Northampton, found himself imprisoned by the Sergeant-at-Arms after he objected to taking a religious oath of allegiance to Queen Victoria. Formally, the Sergeant-at-Arms retains the power to make arrests, a privilege they have held since 1415. Currently, however, this room is occupied by the Petitions Committee, which is responsible for overseeing petitions submitted to Parliament. Augustus Pugin was inspired by the clockmaker Benjamin Lewis Vulliamy in his design of the dials. Each dial consists of sections made from cast iron that are bolted together. The entire frame measures 6.9 m in diameter, making it the third largest in the UK. Each dial features 324 pieces of opalescent glass. Initially, the dials were illuminated by gas lamps, but only when Parliament was in session. Since 1876, they have been regularly lit from dusk until dawn. At the start of the 20th century, electric bulbs were introduced. The hour hands of the clock, made of gunmetal, measure 2.7 m in length, while the minute hands, crafted from copper, extend to 4.3 m. Big Ben maintains accurate time within a few seconds each week. It is manually wound, which takes approximately 1.5 hours, 3 times weekly. The clock sustained damage during a German bombing raid, possibly from a small bomb or a British anti-aircraft shell. The stonework and ornamental ironwork were affected, and the glass on the south dial was broken. The repairs were carried out at that time. The bell weighs 13.5 tons. In addition to the Great Bell, the belfry contains 4 quarter bells that chime the Westminster quarters every quarter hour. These 4 quarter bells produce the notes G, F, E, and B. They were created by John Warner and Sons at their Crescent Foundry in 1857. The clock has evolved into a cultural emblem of the United Kingdom, especially within visual media. When a television or film producer aims to signify a generic location in the country, a common method is to display an image of the tower, frequently accompanied by a red double-decker bus or a black cab in the foreground. Big Ben represents much more than merely a timepiece. It stands as a vibrant symbol of Britain's rich history, culture, and strength. Whether experienced firsthand or listened to through its resonant chimes, Big Ben perpetually evokes wonder and respect from individuals globally. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more informative videos. Please share and subscribe.